Bear with me. There we go. All right, friends. Hello. Very special edition of DLea, DLayered. Again, I'm David Lee with Daring Deeply Leadership Life and Relationship Coaching. How are you, friends? We're going to jump into a topic today that is really, really hot around the world, really, and most specifically here in the United States, especially with those of us that are sports fans or really, really cultural fans. And it's regarding and really foundationally comes from the decision that international super athlete Simone Biles made a decision this week to pull out of the Olympic competition in Tokyo, where she is, and if you know anything about Simone Biles, she is absolutely one of the most dominating athletes of our time. Absolutely amazing, highly decorated female gymnast who has been tumbling and swinging and doing all the things for a number of years. Absolutely otherworldly athletic talent. And she chose to withdraw from the Tokyo Olympic Games this week, citing, quote, mental health concerns. And so I want to talk about today on this episode of DLea, DLayered, mental health concerns. That's right. I'm going to dive right in. I'm going to tackle this. It's been talked about. You probably have been talking about it with friends or family, certainly seen news reports about it. You may not know anything about what's going on with Simone, and that's okay, because I would invite us to consider today that we all at one point or another have cited mental health concerns. What? No, David, I'm good. I'm fine. Right? I don't have mental health issues. Right? Well, we're going to actually tackle that phrase. We're going to tackle that sentence, right? And we're going to elevate perhaps a phrase that we have been leveraging to take the stigma and the shame and the hiddenness and the elephant in the room. Because what I want to convey today, most notably, is this: it's okay. It's okay to have mental issues, challenges, health concerns, right? And I will offer that Simone Biles has placed this yet again, this issue of mental health concerns, to the forefront on a global scale. And I personally, and our stance here at Daring Deeply, is that we applaud her decision. And there's a lot of complexity in her decision. And by no means is this alive today to discuss and decide and argue and really dive into whether or not she made the right decision, the wrong decision. And really that's why we always ask this at Daring Deeply, is ask the question, why? Why do we believe that she made that decision? Why would you make the same decision? Right? And that's really for you to discover and to discern. More importantly today, what I want to do is potentially provide a new perspective for all of us to consider the idea of mental health. So much so that we're going to come into a place today where we replace the word mental with the word emotional. So hang on tight. So I'd like for us to first define what mental health is. And I'm over here trying to make sure that we are live. Good. All right. Because I want to make sure if you are here watching live, please let us know that you're here, and would love for you to jump into this conversation. So what is mental health? Mental health, and I have my notes here. I'm kind of all over the place. I'm looking over here, but I'm fully present. So hang with me here. All right. Is how we navigate. Mental health could be defined as how we navigate, reveal, address, heal, and thrive from our trauma. Which, by the way, is much more than mental, much more than mind. In fact, as we teach and coach here in our trauma-informed support, in so many of the ways that we help provide support for high-achieving professional men and women and couples who have made a decision to heal, to discern, to face the issues of their past, and actually thrive. Right? And what we teach here is that it's super, super important to understand the trauma, emotional issues really reside in the body. So I would argue today and bring a perspective today that it's less about the mental health and more about the embodiment of the entire body, the emotional health. And so much emotional trauma, in fact, all of it is here in the body. And once we heal spaces in our body, that it begins to illuminate how powerful, how healing, how loving we can be, first to ourselves and then to the world around us. I would argue, and I just said it, I'll just say it again. Friends, newsflash, we all have mental problems. We all have mental health problems. It's true, because I would invite us to consider that we all carry around trauma, different levels of trauma, but we all carry trauma. It may be an event from your childhood, from young adulthood, right, that we have carried, and we carry that, by the way, again, I'm referencing, we carry that in our body. We will only touch on a little bit here today on how we support and serve our clients in these particular areas. By the way, if you're interested, I'm going to talk a little bit more about that later, if you're interested in finding out how we do that. But we are super, 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 super aware and super serious and super loving toward the understanding of what trauma brings into our life and how to discover it, reveal it, confess it, share it, co-regulate it with loving and trusting others, and then begin to heal and thrive and become resilient and realize our true purpose in life. So, as we know, the idea of mental health carries an enormous amount of stigma. That's why we're talking about it, right? So long gone are the days, or are they, right, where mental health is stigmatized, where shame is associated with it, right? Oh, she's got mental problems. She's got emotional problems, okay? And again, I would argue that those of us who do reveal, share, and heal, right, are ones who understand that trauma has affected us and it's affecting how we're moving through life. For too often, if we don't realize what's going on, and Simone Biles made a courageous and empowering, huge decision for herself, which is so super hard. How many times a day do we make decisions based on somebody else's opinions? I cannot imagine. I don't know Simone Biles, okay, but I can only imagine the pressure in which she allows to come into her space as a superstar athlete on the global scale. And she made a safety and security decision this week by withdrawing from the Olympic Games. Her love, her passion, what put her on the map of the international scene, she chose to walk away to preserve her own safety and security. And I applaud her for that. Too often, we stigmatize and we place labels on this idea of mental health. Too often. So I would offer a new perspective today, my friends, that we replace the phrase mental health with emotional health. Right? We want to make feeling feelings and emotions absolutely normal. Normal. Absolutely normal. That we begin to move away from the pathologizing of emotional trauma to where we put it on a label, we put us on a shelf, and we say, this is just who I am. Trauma does not. Emotional health, our emotional health does not. Our emotional problems does not have to define us. It helps shape us, but it does not have to define us. It is okay. It is absolutely okay to struggle emotionally. Again, I would argue the fact that we all struggle emotionally. There are those of us, though, who choose not to reveal it or show it for years, decades, and for a lot of folks on this planet, for their entire life. You may know someone, it may be you. You may be watching this right now live, or you may be watching this on #replay. Thanks so much for watching. Hi, Casey, good to see you. So, I will offer a new way to be thinking. Before I do that, I want to highlight a couple of personal stories because I think it's super important to understand what is an emotionally healthy decision. What is a healthy decision based on our emotional well-being, like Simone Biles did so this past week. Once upon a time, I made a decision to complete a marriage to my children's mother, based on the preservation of my emotional health. And in a lot of circles, it was not a popular decision. With family and friends, there was confusion, a lot of hurt, a lot of pain, and I understand. Ultimately, I made the decision right? To complete that marriage for my own emotional health, for I was no longer in a place where I knew that this relationship was serving me. Hard, difficult. We have 3 children. Such a difficult decision. Let me provide some encouragement, some empowerment to you. That is a decision to preserve your mental and your emotional health. Hello, Mike. Thanks for jumping on, buddy. A second decision I made just 13 months ago when I left corporate America. I left a wonderful, wonderful corporate sales job with Bloomberg Industries and chose to launch Daring Deeply, formally on June 2nd, 2020, in the middle of a pandemic, by the way. For I realized, my friends, that I had no choice. I had no choice. I had to move forward for my emotional health. I felt trapped. I felt imprisoned in that particular role. And I knew that this was more than just a career change. It was moving to my calling. That's right. It was a decision to preserve, to heighten, to enliven, to awaken my emotional health. For I knew that if I remained for too much longer, it would be a detriment to my emotions. A couple of examples. So I would invite you to consider as you're watching this, what are some emotional healthy decisions that you made, right? And consider the idea of empathy for someone like Simone Biles, right? Consider that she chose just like you have chosen, or perhaps you need to choose. Hi, Sarah. Thanks for jumping on. So I'm going to introduce this as we close this out today, a few action steps, okay? A few of the mantras, if you will, that we coach and teach here at Daring Deeply. The first thing I'm going to say, action step, friends. Are you ready? Here we go. Are you taking notes? Okay. Lose your shit. That's right. Lose your shit. Translation, it's okay to not be okay. It's okay to not be fine. It's okay to not be good. It's okay to ask for help. It's okay to lose your shit. It's okay to express, cry, scream, explode. I just felt that. I just felt that. You feel that? It's okay to retreat. It's okay to say no. It's okay that it's too much. It's okay to ask for help. It's okay. It's okay to feel whatever the hell you're feeling. It's okay. I'm going to say it one more time. It's okay. It's okay to feel. It's okay for Simone Biles to feel out of terror and fear that she was not in a place emotionally, mentally, for her to continue. It was her very life on the line. For when she performs some of those activities in gymnastics, those of you that are familiar with it, it can be lethal when we're rotating in the air at the speed in which these powerful gymnasts do. Friends, let me add for this too. You're never too much. You're never too loud. You're never, ever, ever too inappropriate. You're not crazy and you're not too emotional. Ever. Okay? For if someone is not okay with how you're feeling, that's their problem, not yours. Your emotional health is the most important thing that you will tackle each and every day. It will move you forward, not your physical health. I'm going to say it again. Okay? Far too often, we're overtly concerned about our outward appearance, getting to the gym, right? Eating right, all super important. But it is our emotional health and how we tackle and navigate and heal and thrive our trauma that is underneath that emotional health that gets us to the gym with a more powerful awareness. It is all connected, but it all begins with our emotional health. Our emotional health. To get help, to ask for help is absolutely okay. We want to normalize that. Ask for it. I encourage you to seek a trusted therapist. Trauma-informed coaching, like what we do here at Daring Deeply, where we offer group coaching, one-on-one coaching, retreats, and workshops. It is a grounding and a foundation of what we do here at Daring Deeply. In fact, one of our goals here at Daring Deeply, as we continue to spread our message and want to impact the world globally, is to normalize trauma, to befriend our trauma, to know and to look and to reveal and to see it and to make it normal and to address it and heal and thrive and move forward, to make it universally okay to express whatever the hell we're feeling. And seek ways to heal. That's what we do, is provide environments in which for that healing to happen. In our relationships, life, career, money, parenting, business, this is the foundational work of our humanity. Friends, it is absolutely courageous. What Simone Biles did this week was profoundly brave, and we applaud her for that. It is absolutely courageous to feel, express your vulnerability. And men, let me speak to you for just a moment. As a guy, as a fellow dude, I have been traumatized. I have felt shame. I have felt to hide my emotions, to not cry, to keep it together, right? And it's difficult. For men, we are told to hold it together, to be the strong ones. And I would offer a perspective. It's okay to lose your shit too, right? And to move from losing our shit in a powerfully rage-filled expression, which often happens, and that's allowed in our culture, by the way, is to do it with a mode of healing, patience, and understanding, vulnerability, emotion, crying, asking for help. And that's what we do. Friends, you are not alone. I promise you are not alone. I will offer again. It may not be popular, but I will offer it. We all have emotionally healthy problems. We all have emotional health problems. We all have mental health problems. Every single one of us, okay? None of us is void of experiencing trauma in our lives somewhere. And organizations and efforts and movements like Daring Deeply, we are here to help. And there are so many others out there. So if you are struggling, right, if this is hitting home, and by the way, if you're watching this and you know that somebody else needs to hear this or wants to hear it, please share it. Please, please, please share it. For we want to be able to provide the service and support to clients in these areas. And if it doesn't feel like a good fit with Daring Deeply, find someone, take action. As we often say, the antidote to action, or the antidote to anxiety is action. The antidote to anxiety is action. I invite you to take action today to address. It may just be, you know what, David Lee and Daring Deeply, he said it was okay to feel. So you take that action today. You write it down. I am effing pissed. It's okay. It's okay to be pissed. It's okay to be angry. It's okay to be rage-filled. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to be depressed. Okay? It's what we do with those emotions and move them through the healing process. And we certainly can help you do that here at Daring Deeply. Thank you, friends. That's what I have today. We could go on and 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 on. We're not going to today. But if you want more information on how we provide this trauma-informed support and in so many other ways in which we help our clients, please let us know. Send us a message, drop us a line. You can find us on daring-deeply.com. That's our website, or all over the socials. By the way, we do have a workshop, a live workshop on Zoom taught by my partner in life and love and business, Paige Stewart. She'll be teaching on this idea called toxic positivity. She'll be doing that a week from Monday on March. Wow, where are we? August 9th from 7 to 8:30 p.m. Central. You can sign up for that workshop on daring-deeply.com. We hope to see you then. It's a great way to stick your toe in the water of Daring Deeply. Thank you so much, friends. I'm going to jump off here. I'm hungry. I'm going to go get some lunch. By the way, it's always, 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 always okay to dare deeply. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.